That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now.
Greetings, hope everybody is well. Thank you very much for all coming over and spending another Sunday lunchtime with us. Very much appreciated. As obviously we weren't here last week because I was too lazy because I got back late from holiday. I do apologise to anybody who came over to watch, but sorry.
You did a lot of driving that day.
Yeah, so anyway, we're here today. We're going to be doing a piece of spalted that I bought from Michael when I was down in Devon. So I bought quite a bit of this off of Michael, so I'm intrigued to see what this looks like. That's what I want to have a go at. Just a simple basic bowl, nothing too fancy, just a natural curve on it. It's got a little bit of a, this is the worst one out of the ones I picked, so it's got a little bit of a chainsaw mark in there, so I'm going to try and get rid of that. Obviously going to get rid of that first. So I'm going to use that as my bottom, and obviously that top, but I'm hoping that we can get a nice sheen on it and make it look pretty cool. So that's what I'm doing today. Nothing, nice, casual, calm, collective turn. Back to basics, basic bowl. So hope you enjoy. So what I'm going to do is, Nick's going to go through the chat as always. Move my drink out of the way before it gets full of shavings. I'm going to get this mounted. I'm mounting this on the chuck with a standard 53mm Forstner bit, as I always do on the standard 50mm Jaws on the Record Power SC4 chuck. Same way as I do every time. Again, we're trying the new cameras, so if the cameras start going out of focus or whatever, just shout in the chat and then Nick will tell me, then we'll see if we can sort it out, because it's all trial at the moment, because we're using the camcorders, they're autofocus, so it's all trial, and we're just playing around for the next few lives, just till we get it right. So, I'll get this in the chuck, I'll hand you guys over to Nick, and welcome you all in.
Sorry, I just swallowed. Good afternoon, everybody. and welcome. So my chat says Darren was first, but Steve informs me that Wood Wizardry by Colin was here. So
Yeah,
here we go.
Colin was
So
first.
you've got Wood Wizardry by Colin. We've got Darren J. Callison. We have Gerard, the French turn. As soon as I clicked it, it just jumped. Yeah, Gerard, the French turner. We have. Let me see. Sorry. Sidge repurposing. Brian at Heartwood turning. Pete from Twisted Trees. We've Mark was on, but he's gone because he's gone car boot hunting.
He's gone look for another animal.
Yeah, well, I weren't impressed that he cut an elephant up, but that did look good. Lawrence is on. Stop slurping.
Sorry.
Also, we have. I think that's it. No, I'm joking. Chris Dodds is on. He said, "Good day, everyone. Looking forward to Nikki's cooking show and the guy who does turning." Dead Rise Woodcrafts is on.
Hi Emma, how you doing, mate?
Also, Eric Winkler. And again, like I say every week, if I miss you and I've got to the end, just shout "week."
Right.
Terry Bartlett is on. It was nice to put a face to the name, Terry, when we saw you down in Plymouth.
Yeah, thank you. That was very nice.
It was a very good.
Yeah, it was a great.
We weren't going to stay, was we?
No, we said we'd only stay till dinner time, and then we was there all day.
I was lucky because where I sat, I could just see exactly. I could see everything right down the middle. No one was in my way. Perfect.
You was the focus of the live. Oh, sugar nuts.
Right, we've also got Doug Miller at Woodspun Round. Ruby Clare is on as well.
Hi Ruby, hope you're well.
Um,
Just need to change this. I changed this to the low belt speed the other day.
Paul the Greasby Turner is on. So there's lots of chat. So
just turn that live on. Oh, it's gone dark now.
Shop Dog Workshop's on as well.
Right, Mark, how you doing?
Another Mark.
So the lathe is dead. I will just say the lathe is dead.
Why? What do you mean the lathe's dead?
No. I'm changing the belts on it. So I'll just make sure, because people will say, "Oh, you didn't turn it off," blah blah, and I have turned it off. So.
All right. Woodwork Learner is also on. William Kenny, good afternoon. Barry's Wood Creations.
Hi Barry.
Steve Hale.
Hi Steve, how you doing? That's better.
Woodturning by Barry.
Hi Barry. Two Barrys. Barry.
Barry. Right. We've got Steel Wood is on. Never heard of them before. We are based in Kings Lynn, Norfolk, and you'll find that there's people on the chat from everywhere, all around the country, all different countries. So welcome to the chat. Not seen you in here before. Good afternoon to Joe Senior. Good afternoon to Michael Howell. Good afternoon to you, David Heath, the Guildford Carpenter. Yeah, we're not actually in Devon. There is some people on here that are in Devon and Plymouth and, I say, all over the place. Sid's laughing because you said bottom.
Bottom.
Woodworm Paul's on. Benjamin's on. I hope you're going to behave yourself, Ben. You've got a real name for yourself, mate.
Look at that. Look at that in there. That is beautiful.
Robbo Robson's on. Hi, Robbo.
Hi, Robbo.
Wivey Woodshed, welcome. Oh, we've also got Thrifty VG. Not heard of them before either.
Oh, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy what you see.
We also got Steve Ellis. Also TJ Turner.
Hi, Terry.
Hope he's going to behave himself as well.
I doubt it.
Neil M is on.
Hi, Neil.
Thrifty V is from Brooklyn, New York.
Nice to be over. Thanks for coming over.
Rob CP Woodturner's on.
Right, so I'm going to do some shear cuts just to clean this base up.
Jimbo's on.
Hi, Jimbo. Happy birthday,
mate. Happy birthday, everyone can wish Jimbo a happy birthday. William Kenny is from Southern Ireland. Got some people on here from Ireland as well.
Yeah.
Jennifer's Craft Creations is on,
Hi, Jennifer.
and I think we're about done.
Oh, well, welcome everybody, and thanks to coming over, and welcome to all the new people as well. Hope
And
you
if I've
enjoy.
missed you, just say you missed me.
And if people can please wish Jim a happy birthday,
Mm.
he's 64 today.
He's going to kill you for that.
Right, so
And if
let's,
anyone's put any questions further up the chat, if you can just put them in again. Sorry it'd be a pain, but that just saves me. I can't bother to go back through the chat because there's so many on there.
right, so I'm using a 1/2 inch bowl gouge just to shape this up.
Oh, Michael Howell's the one who gave you where we got the wood from.
Yeah, well done, babe, well done.
Any clues?
He's just
I
said.
just see it. He put apologies for the chainsaw marks.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. Well, we can get rid of that. Don't worry
Mhm.
about that. So again, I'm using share cuts just to shape this bowl. I actually look when I was watching Les Fawn the other day. Very absolute awesome instructor. Great demo, and quite a lot of instruction that you don't even think about. And what he was saying was, when you're using a gouge as a share cut, if you're doing it as a scraping cut, so you're using the flat edge of the wing, you're basically blunting your tool. If you slightly turn it and use it as you're cutting rather than scraping, you'll prolong the lifetime of the sharpness of the tool. To me, I didn't even think about that, but it's common sense.
You ain't got none of that.
You what?
You
What'd
ain't
you
got
say?
none of that. Jay's Cabin is also on, and
Okay.
Norman Greenwell. Not heard of you before,
Another new
Norman.
name. Welcome.
Mm.
Welcome to all the new people today. And please, all the new people, if you do like what you see, then just give us a thumbs up to let me know that I'm doing the right thing. If you don't like what I'm doing, then just put a little comment in and let me know why, so we can change things on the channel and make it a bit more user friendly.
Jim said, thanks, Steve.
You're welcome, Jim. Another couple of years, pension day, mate.
Gerard said, Nikki, I cried with joy last Sunday when I heard you were not on. Was working, so did not miss anything. Steve drove back from Plymouth all the way home, and we didn't go do it till late because we was fortunate enough to be able to go to a demo by Les Thorne at Plymouth Woodturners, and we said, oh, we're not going to stay long, I thought, well, we'll perhaps go after dinner. And it was actually my fault. I was absolutely transfixed, and I think Steve thought, well, she's quiet and she's eating and she's happy watching, I'll just leave her to it. But it was really good, really good. So unfortunately, Steve was absolutely shattered and couldn't do a live. Robbo said, that's what I've been saying for years, Steve.
Yeah, it was very well. To be honest, I didn't even think about it. When you're just doing scraping cuts and shear cuts, you don't even think about it. So it's a bit tear out there, but we can sand that back hopefully. We'll see. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We get a bit of tear out as long as we can get rid of it. I've got a house brick out in the front, so I'll use that to get rid of it. Sand it first with. But no,
What?
no, I'm just joking.
Oh.
People call high grits, like 60 grit and 40 grit, a house brick. So it's my attempt to humour, but it didn't work. Yeah, it was a very educational demo. Very educational as well. It was just absolutely. I was transfixed on what he was saying, and very good, very good.
Pete put, Nikki is as user friendly as it gets. Nobody demonstrates carrot cutting with such flair.
Say again, sorry.
Pete said, Nikki is as user friendly as it gets. Nobody demonstrates carrot cutting with such flair. Woodwork learner put, since when do people listen to you, Robbo? Mike Lang is on.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
So let's just turn that out with a bowl
Darren said he
gouge.
sees a bear in there.
A bear? What, in the end?
I think you meant like a rat, bear. That's what it says. Bear, as in not as
A
in a
bear.
bear.
Oh, there. What, I've just cut his head off. Is that where he's looking?
Paul Finley in ELM said he saw it too. Paul Finley Woodturning at home's on.
Hi, Paul.
Just excuse me, I'm just going to drink my coffee. I bought one of these bottles that, you know, like they say, oh, keeps your drink warm for hours and hours. And you know, like you think, yeah, right. I didn't like get a cheapy one out of the cheap shop. Much to Steve's disgust because he thinks I buy too much stuff. But he's lucky because I went to B&M today and I could have bought so many elephant trinkets that was unbelievable. They're all hidden in the car so you can't see them. They're not really. I lost what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Drink bottles.
Oh yeah, go back to the
Jeez.
trinkets.
Jesus.
Well, you make me crazy. And I thought I was never going to stay warm, so I have black coffee. So filled this bottle up on Friday at 11 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock at night it was still hot. Well, still warm enough to drink. I couldn't believe it. Not good though if you want to sip straight away, but there we go. Right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Rob CP, but hey, I listen to Robbo, lol. Gerard said Les does often demo for WT360 with Martin. He has such a patience, and he makes it really understandable.
Yeah.
To the most common something. He is brilliant with a good sense of humour. He is so funny. He's just a bit gutted actually because he offered me to go with you, didn't he, in September? And I've got to go back to work. I probably may have been able to wangle a day off work, but no, that's Steve's thing. Les Thorne is excellent. Since watching him and following his advice, I've now added more wood turning padding. Neil M said, Bear is at the top edge.
Oh, top edge. Just have a look then.
That was a little while ago, so you might have.
Here. Is that where they're looking?
I don't know because you're ahead of
What?
me, aren't you?
Nick,
I'm behind on here.
Nick, I've always been behind.
I know, but you know what I mean. The video's not coming up, so I don't know.
I think they mean that one there. That's the only real marking on there. We'll call it Yogi.
Pete said another one that is Mark's fault. More animal butchering for wood turning. Darren said, "There's the bear." Oh yeah, that's cool. That is. You can't get rid of it. Brian put, of course, it's Mark's fault. Pete, isn't everything?
It's always Mark's fault.
William said he enjoyed Brian's pen turning the other day.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I watched a little bit while I was at work. I couldn't watch it all, but I watched some of it. And
no, yeah. You don't reply to my texts. Woodwork Learner said, if you say Ben 3 times in a row, does he appear? Terry said, Steve, next demo for PW, Alan Thomas, then Colwyn Way in January.
I can't get down there.
For us.
Yeah, I'd love to. Just so far, it's like a 6 and 3. What was it? 6. I think it was about 7 hours, nearly 7 hours it took us to get home. It took us nearly 8.5 hours to get home, but we did stop a couple of times.
No, it weren't that long.
Oh,
we was home at about 11:15.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was longer than that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it was about 7 hours.
But we did stop a couple of times.
Yeah. Malcolm Douglas is on. He said, sorry he's late.
Hi, Malcolm. How you doing, mate? So just got a little bit of tear out in there, so I'm just going to sand that back a little bit more.
Robbo said, Rupert Bear.
Rupert, yeah.
Yeah. Pete said, no, with Ben, the key phrase is, oh no, not Ben again.
Oh, poor old Ben.
But I'm feeling the love, guys. Right.
I think we can get away with that. I'm just going to clean. I'm just going to make that mortise. It's about 2.5 mil, that mortise. So I just want a little bit deeper than that, really. Just clean.
Woodwork learner said I had a car that was that slow too, Steve.
What's that?
I don't know. That was that
Oh,
slow. That's what he put.
oh,
I
what
weren't listening.
to get home? Does that mean
Yeah.
we had a good drive home? Actually, it was a good drive.
Yeah. Pete said, "How come my thumb is black, not blue? I thought it was blue on YouTube. Maybe it's the hangover." And that's a good one, Darren. He said, "This has to become a porridge bowl, right? I mean, it has a bear."
So because I've got the mortise shallow, I don't want to sand this edge here because you lose the shape of your mortise. So I'm going to just try and bring it in. I'm only going to sand it up to slow it down a little bit. Sand up to 220 anyway. And then we're going to get the Yorkshire grit on it.
And he appears. No. Rob CP put, "Can you believe B&Q sells 70mm by 69mm wood? Why not 69 by 69 or 70 by 70? If you ask them, I'm sure they'll cut the millimetre off.
No, I doubt it.
They're not doing that anymore. They used to, didn't they?
That's square. They can't cut square, can they? It's only sheet material they cut.
All right. Steve Fleming's on.
Right, Steve.
Cool.
Right, so last one up to 240, then we'll just clean the middle up.
You got your jacket on.
It's too warm.
That's a lightweight one as well.
Right, that's 240. Just clean that middle out.
Karen's put, Glyn.
I think he's working today, to be honest, from what he was saying. I know he's still in bed, one of the two.
He's on.
There he is.
Afternoon, Sir Glyn. How are you?
Are you going to tell him what you're going to start calling him now?
Gummy.
Right, so that's up to 240 grit. Really nice bit of wood there. It's really, really nice. Especially that bit there. Especially
Why
the bear.
why is Darren called Glyn Beetlejuice?
Because when Beetlejuice, the film.
Right.
Come on, Nick. Get it together.
I'm getting high on acetone. Well, it says it's acetone free, but
Right, so cellulose sand and sealer before we grit.
He put in bed, lol, I wish. Yeah, me too. So I'm going to have a lay in tomorrow. When Steve gets up for work at 6:30.
It's 6:30, I wish.
Well, you get up at 6, don't you? But then you spend half an hour in the toilet, half an hour in the shower.
Yeah, well, that don't matter. It's still a bed.
Is that a man thing they do? Is that something all men do? Have to spend half an hour sat on the toilet and
Have you
catching
never
up on
heard?
their phone?
Have you never heard of the saying, "All good things come to those who wait"?
Yeah, but half an hour? I'm surprised you haven't got piles.
No, darn, I ain't. Not really. Sorry.
Woodwork learner put Brian did the pen hold up after re-gluing. Gerard said, "Did you have the same news on your weather forecast? Supposed to have a heat wave next week."
Yep.
Well, I've looked at the weather, but it's only about 19, 20 next week,
Yeah,
so it's
not
been better.
majorly.
We've had a bit better weather this week. Saying that, it says it was 18 out there today, and that's not really cold, is it?
It's a bit wet.
Brian put, "No, Nikki, it's not a man thing. Perhaps it's just a Steve thing."
Oh, I've done that again.
Terry Bartlett said, "Oh, woodwork learner's name's Andy." Darren says, "Joe, get warmed up. It's Yorkshire grit time." Brian said, "Yes, it did, no problem." Ruby wants to know, does anyone know of some wood dealers in the Corsham area, Wiltshire? Rob CP's Terry said to Rob CP, "Never buy wood from B&Q. It is shrink wrapped, as all the inner faces will be full of shakes and defects. Always buy it loose." Benjamin's put, "We call them timber merchants over here. That might help with your search." Brian put, 19 to 20 is Roaston for Ireland.
Right, that's.
Michael Howe put, "With you in your toilet, and let's escape the wife time." Lol. Must just be a Steve thing.
All right, let that dry off a little bit. Get the Yorkshire grit out ready.
Glenn's put, "Horsham isn't in Yorkshire." Who said Horsham was in Yorkshire?
Right, Yorkshire grit. Put it on before we start the lathe.
Rob CP, but sorry, my wife was making me listen to her. It's just for my lesson with Robbo.
Right, let's get this worked in.
Come on, Joe, get singing. So you should have her on live so she can sing.
I've got her recorded. She made the fatal mistake of putting it in the group chat the other day. Of her recorded it on it, so I'm going to put it on my next video.
I don't think anyone said about Horsham. What Ruby said?
Wiltshire.
Wiltshire. Not Horsham, we should put Corsham. Must have misheard you, Nikki. Joe is singing at the top of her voice, lol. Oh yeah, Corsham, not Horsham. Corsham. Steve Ellis said, "Always check the bin on the exit of B&Q. You can sometimes get some good wood in there."
Can't remember last time I went to B&Q. Let's just speed this up a little bit.
I think you should put in the chat whether people agree that you should buy me some new garden furniture.
Oh, I should buy you some
Well,
new
it's
garden
half
furniture.
price at B&Q.
Can't you buy yourself some new garden furniture?
No, yeah, I can with your wallet.
Thanks, love. I just took you on holiday.
I said to Steve yesterday, Casey's got a pool in the garden and we can't get the bung out to let the air out of it so we can tip the water out of it. And we've tried and tried and we just can't get it out. So I said to Steve yesterday, can you take it out so we can sort it out? And he went, oh, you can't do much, can you? And I said, well, no, that's what we have you for, because then you do all this stuff for us. And he went, well, I ain't going to be around forever, am I? And I went, well, that's all right, because when you're not around, then I'll just ask the kids other halves to do the stuff that you can't do. You weren't impressed. All 60s on?
Right, door. Buff up a little bit better. Right, so.
Glyn put HS was the first by 4 months. Everybody wants to jump on the wagon, I guess. What's that mean?
Don't know.
Right.
Don't know. Right. So,
This chair.
I think I'm going to put some friction polish on that I want a nice shine on it to enhance the patterns in it. So, let's get some friction polish. So, chestnut friction polish. So, a nice good coat over it. This is exactly the same as a wax. If you want a deeper shine or a richer shine, you can put more coats over. So, our first coat over. May give it a couple of coats. You just got to give it a couple of minutes between coats that flash off. So I'm using the same cloth, running the lathe up pretty quick. Just use that to go over with the cloth, the same pieces we put it on with. Get rid of that bit, and then we want a clean piece. Speed up a little bit to buff to bring our shine.
Oh, I see. Ben said Glyn, which came first, Yorkshire or Hampshire Sheen. And now we have Staffordshire Black. There's a pattern developing. So then Glyn said Hampshire Sheen was first by 4 months.
Yeah.
Woodwork Learner said, nice shape, Steve.
Thank you. So there we go. Nice. Got a nice sheen to it.
Right, that's it, is it? Can I go now?
That's the end of the live. Hope you had fun. See you next week. No. So that actually is quite a nice feature, that, isn't it? That little bit in there.
Did the bear stay?
The bear stayed. Well, for now, I've got to trim a little bit off of it. You might lose him. But we'll see.
Gerald said, Steve, do you feel the heat when you buff the friction polish?
Yeah, you do feel a bit of heat. Yeah, you need to get that warmth between the tissue and the material to generate the friction to give you that sheen. But to get a nice, more of a shine on it, let's put another coat over it, just to see if we can get a little bit more of a richer shine on there.
John N is on.
Hi, John. So just give it another coat. I mean, you can go as many coats as you like with this stuff, same as the Hampshire Sheen or any wax really. But you just need to make sure you give it a little bit of time after you put 2 or 3 coats on it. Just give it a little bit of time to flash off, really, because if not, the bottom coat will still be soft, and then that's when you get issues with tearing out. I know a lot of people say that when they use friction polish, they get bits of tissue stick, but I think the only reason you'll get that is if you put too much on, it gets really sticky. You only need thin coats. You don't need to absolutely drench it in friction polish.
Michael McEwen's on.
Hi, Michael. Right, so again, we're just going to speed up a little bit and just use this to get a little bit of heat in it and just buff it off a little bit.
Gerald said it works very well on the pens, gives a really glossy finish.
Yeah, it does. Darker woods especially.
And what makes a friction polish?
It's chestnut products. There you go, chestnut products, friction polish. This is the first bottle I ever bought. So it lasts for ages, as long as you, like I say, you don't need to put Solara over. So there's a little bit, you can see there's a bit of deeper shine on there. So let's flip it. Get the other side hollowed out. Sound like you're cutting a bit of wood.
I'm filing my nails.
Like I said, you sound like you're cutting a bit of wood. Right, so let's get this hollowed out. Right, so this is where you need to keep it on. This camera's got a tendency to try and
Glenn has said the smoother you get the surface before applying friction polish, the better
yeah.
the finish. That's why it works so well over Yorkshire grit. Eric said, can you use the friction polish on a piece after 5 coats of wet on poly?
That I don't know. That I do not know.
You might have to contact
Terry
to find out. Terry Hooper's on. Better late than never afternoon on.
Thank you for coming over. Right.
John N. He's got 65 horses.
Blimey, cover.
He's rehoming 15 this week.
That's a lot of horses, isn't it? Right, drop the tool rest down a little bit. Making sure we're where we want to be. Right, so gently turn this back. Just going to share cut that to flatten it out first. So there we go. Right, let's go for it. So no slow passes. Don't need to be aggressive with it.
I don't know if I like that camera.
Sorry?
I don't know if I like that camera.
Why? It keeps trying to focus, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because it's obviously that's moving, isn't it? That's why.
Try that. Actually, let's try that one. Might be able to see a bit better. Try that.
Darren said he hopes the bear stays intact. This is Goldilocks' bone. Robbo said camera's moving in and out and focus. Yeah, Steve was doing that.
Is it still doing it? Or
No, I think it's because it was trying to focus in on the stickers in the back. He said that when obviously I'd seen it as well. Darren asked if you can fix the focus on the cameras.
say again?
Can you fix the focus on the cameras?
Not on the program I've got it on. It won't give me a manual focus on the program I've got it on. I've got to change the program.
Barry said the camera's fine to him. I think you should just get him set up and then you'll move it all.
Yeah. Yeah, but the settings should be the same.
Ruby said the camera's fine as well. Christina Michael Heseltine are on.
Hello, Christina Michael. Hope you're both well. Right, so I'm just going to check my depth. So we're getting pretty close to where we want to go. It's actually fairly equal all the way through there, which is nice. So I think just
Douglas Miller's put.
Douglas
Doug
Mungham.
Miller.
Or
Doug
Douglas.
Miller has put. Sorry, I need to run. Looks like good so far. I'll have to watch the rest later. When the finished product buy all.
Right.
Hashtag flowers for Nikki.
Huh.
Darren put fair enough. Turning off the autofocus might help. If you can adjust the
Yeah, I need
value,
to.
go to high number as you can. It will give you more depth of field.
Right.
He'll never be happy, so he could have £1 million set, but he still wouldn't be happy. So
I'm just going to nick a camera from BBC or something. Right.
he still wouldn't be happy. There's still be something wrong with it.
You've got to aim for perfection in life. Alright, so let's check that out. So that wall's about 10 mil thick. So I'm going to clean some of this middle bit out.
Eric said that wood looks like holly.
I don't know what it is. If Michael's still in the chat, I'm sure Michael can tell us what it is. He did tell
What,
me, but
spotted beech?
I don't know.
Um,
But Michael
Doug
can tell us what it is, and I'll write on it what it is.
Douglas said hashtag new garden furniture for Nikki. Darren said if you go thin enough, you should get a bear on the inside as well. John M put be back, I hope in time, feed delivery. Woodturning by Barry said that's a lovely bit of wood, Steve.
Hey, Barry.
Michael said, how can he beat the happiness he gets from you, Nikki? He loves me spending his money.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. Living the dream.
Brian said, perfection's overrated. Good enough is good enough for me. Woodwork Learner said, what do you expect when your camera stuff only costs $12.99? That's not what he tells me. And Glyn put spalted beech.
Yeah, that does ring a bell from what Michael said, to be honest. Spotwood Beach.
Spalted beech I cut about 3 years ago.
Is that what Michael said?
Yeah.
Right, I'll write on it what it is then. Alright, so I just got to smooth that bottom out. So I'll just put the tool rest in this, that's a little bit. Well, I think that will do. See where I've got a chatter mark in there, little swirly lines. I don't know if you can see that.
Is the bear on the inside?
A little bit. Right, so I'm going to sand that with the drill.
Darren said you can spend as much as you like, Nikki, as long as it's $12.99 at a time. Douglas said it has great spalting marks.
It's lovely, it's a beautiful bit of wood. Absolutely stunning. Right, extraction on.
Steve, are we going for one more pass?
No, not today. Who was that?
Gerard. And Brian said, don't want to mention depth gouge as Mark's not in. Benjamin said, spalted beech takes oil amazingly. Goes a really rich orange colour. Well, I like it at least. Oh, Terry, you'll be pleased to know that Steve fixed the cake stand. When I make a cake and put it on there, I'll take a picture. Terry put, well, he did break it. I know, he's so ungrateful.
I didn't break it.
I did well. I come home with a cake stand, a pot from Mark, and what was that thing called?
A demo piece from Liz.
Yeah,
I know, it's like a little pot, isn't it?
a little pot with a lid with the thinnest finial you've ever seen, on the top of it from Liz Thorne.
The pointless pointed finial.
Yeah, pointless pointed finial pot. That's what we call it.
PPP.
William Kenny said, "Love the look of Danish oil on spalted beach." Woodturning by Barry's going because his dinner's ready.
See you later, Barry.
Enjoy.
Thanks for coming over.
Eric said, "Looks great, Steve. We'll see the finished project later. Have to go. Bye, Eric." Is he off to church?
Thank you, Eric.
Michael Howell said, "Soon as I'm back to work, got some more of that beach to cut. Hopefully there'll be some nicer colour in that as well." Yeah, how you getting on, Michael? You weren't well when we saw you. Are you repairing? Glyn put, "Every time something happens, that Terry blames someone else, lol." It was the workmanship, really, Glyn. It was a design opportunity, right, Steve?
Yeah, something like that. That bit of wood must still be a little bit moist because that's moved a little bit. It's not as round as what it was when I turned the outside.
Woodwork Learner said, "Thought you would use a cheap corded drill to sand, as sanding can wear them out quickly."
Yeah, well, I've got these in the workshop. I don't own a cordless drill, only an SDS drill. So
Corded.
yeah, corded drill.
You just said cordless, love.
Oh, sorry, I don't own a corded drill, only an SDS one.
Gerard said, "Steve, do you prefer the drill sanding to the inertia one on the inside of bowl? Why?"
It's just I prefer it because it's easier because you can move. You get more flexibility with the drill. With the inertia sander, obviously, when you go in the middle, it slows down because the revolutions in the middle are a lot less than on the outside. So you struggle to get a nice finish in the middle. But with the power drill, you always get a nice finish on the inside. And that's part of the reason why I do it.
Michael said, "Slowly. You need to take it easy, mate." Darren said he loves his Bic Mark inertia sander. It can be attached to a shop vac.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Get some sand and sealer on it. So that's really pretty pattern in it. Really pretty. So get some sand and sealer in there. Certainly soaks the sand and sealer up well. Goes like a yellowy colour when you sand and seal it. Right, so I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to Yorkshire grit that. So you're not cutting carrots today, you're sanding your nails.
Yeah, I'll do that on my first job.
I think I
Okay.
preferred the noise of the sanding, chopping the carrots.
I'm nearly done.
Right, so what we want? Yorkshire grit. That's what I'm looking for. There it is.
Which one do you use?
What do you mean, which one?
Well,
Which
there's
Yorkshire?
2 Yorkshire grits, isn't there?
I'm going to use the Yorkshire grit original
Why that one over the other one?
because this is the first cotton compound, which will take me up to about 1,000 grit. But the other one will take me up to 2,000.
We use that after?
You could do, but I'm not going to.
Glyn says Sport Beach goes yellow no matter what you put on it.
Alright. So work this in. Spend a bit of time working this in.
You're going to
What's
do
that?
Yorkshire grit speech?
Well, I can do. So, Yorkshire grit speech. Apply Yorkshire grit when the piece is stationary. Turn your lathe on between 400 and 450 RPM. Work in the grit. Don't need to apply any pressure. Just allow the friction between the paper and the piece do all the work. Then as you can feel the grit break down, speed your lathe up to get the last of the abrasive use of the grit. And it should bring you to around about 1,000 grit.
Glyn's put, oh my god, Joe's singing. And Yorkshire grit is not a...
Well, you might as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yorkshire grit is an abrasive paste, not a finish. Are you happy now?
Yep.
Right. Right, so get a clean piece of cloth. We want this to come off clean so that we know we've got all the beeswax off. Can't believe how much that's moved, that bit of wood. Be interesting to see what happens to it next week or so.
Like that bit mark here.
Yeah. Alright, so there we go, all nice and smooth now, roughly 1,000 grit. And like Nick said, you could go with the microphone if you with the microphone if you wished. But I'm not going to go to that extent because I think it's going to twist anyway. So we'll put some. Let's do the same finish over it.
Cornish maid is on.
Hi Katie, how you doing?
Here you go.
Perfect.
Just for you.
Right, so same again. We're going to put friction polish over it, so I'm going to put a generous coat over the first coat. So apply it on your piece first. Wipe on that rim. Turn your lathe on. About 500, 600 RPM. Just rub it in. And like I say, I use the same piece. Not saying you have to, but I use the same piece to work it in.
Michael said, good to know. I may have to move my blanks out of my lockup as moisture may be too high in there.
Yeah, I think it must be a little bit moist. I haven't got a moisture meter here, so if not, I would test it or test them. But so then speed your lathe up.
So you had got a moisturiser tester.
I haven't got a moisture tester here. Does that work?
Why?
Because that's where it is.
Woodwork Glenn said, does Yorkshire grit still work at a faster speed as have to keep changing the belts?
Glyn's in the chat. You can answer that. I'm sure that will be fine. Just you don't want to put it on too hot or too fast. I don't think. But Glyn will answer it. I'm sure. Right. So that's all buffed up now. So got nice shine on there. That's quite bright, that light, isn't it? Could do with that light being taken out. Oh, that's a better one. If I take that light out there, oh, that's a better colour.
Brian's only working at 5%. You need to go plug yourself in.
So you go, nice. Actually, let's put that back in and put it on a different camera. Take it out. So there we go. Nice finish. So nice sheen on there, as you can see. Nice shine on it. Absolutely gorgeous piece of wood that is, Michael. And we kept our bear. Very light. Very, very light. But nice. Very nice. Go on the overhead. So just a simple spalted beach bowl today. Like I said right at the start, I wanted to have a go with this because some bits I bought from Michael, I was really intrigued to see how they turned, and that turns really nice. A little bit pucky to start with, but a bit of sanding gets rid of that. When you put your sand and sealer on, it strengthens it all up. I mean, as you can see, you get a nice finish on it. A few more coats of friction polish would give you a greater shine if you wanted one. But no, liked it.
Michael said you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, thank you, Michael. I will be back, that's for sure. But with a
Joe
bigger
put
vehicle.
Glenna's just nipped out. Darren said it looks better under the. I've lost the chat. Keep leaning on the keyboard. Right, let's have a look what it says. What is it? Douglas Mungan put carrots. Darren said looks much better under that light. 50V said beautiful bowl. Darren said lovely bowl, mate. Darren said, do I hear carrot chopping? You do. Rob C. Pete, awesome work, Steve. Douglas, great, Steve. Told you what Michael said. Woodwork Learner, lovely bowl. Pete, very nice piece. Gerard said, very, very nice, Steve. Good piece for your return.
Thank you.
Colin said, lovely piece, sport with beach. Cornish made lovely. Pete, well done, Nikki, great live. William, beautiful piece, Steve. Michael McEwen, awesome, Steve. Terry put Nikki's chopping carrots. Dor says, looks good. Lawrence, well done as usual, Steve. A very nice piece of wood. Brian, nice piece, Steve. Well turned. Good show, guys. Terry, super show. Nikki, was great to see you and Steve along as well. Benjamin put, that reminds me, I need to actually go buy some carrots. Sid said, lovely piece, Steve. Great live, Nikki. Barry, thanks, Steve. Nikki Bowl. Thanks, Steve. Nikki Bowl looks great.
Right, well, thank you very much, guys. That's very much appreciated. But like I say,
That was a short one, mate.
yeah, it was.
You're getting shorter. You're getting quicker.
Well, I need to do. The thing is, it's only a basic project. It's only a basic bowl, isn't it? So, I mean, it's only what size has it ended up? Where's the tape measure? I don't know what tape is. Oh, here it is.
There's one, say, a million tapes in this garage.
So it's ended up 7.5 inches across by just over 2 inches deep. So it's not a huge bowl. And like I said, it turned really nice. Michael, it's really nice wood. Thank you very much for that. And for sure, I will be back, but I'm going to come down in the van so I can get a good load to make it worthwhile coming down. But no, it's like I said right from the start, I was intrigued to see how. It's been a while since I turned a spalted piece, and I was intrigued to see how it come out. But that where's the camera? This bit here come out
Where's
really
the bear?
nice. There, no, wrong way. There is the bear. Little hat on it. His eye, look. Looks like he's got a hat and an eye on. So there's the bear. So yeah, thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much indeed. Right then, if there's no questions, then we'll go. But again, thank you all for coming over. Thank you for the support, the continued support you guys show us for the Nikki show.
Better put some links in for tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah, put some links in. You got Terry occasionally turning with Terry's back.
For now.
For now, yeah, for now. And then Mark's on tomorrow night.
It's Mark's turn, is it?
Yeah, Mark's turn.
Yeah, you should change. You shouldn't occasionally turn in with.
Oh yeah, Joe's. Look, Joe's hit the nail on the head. We have next Friday, Battle of the Makers next Friday. The best quiz. Well, I think it's the best quiz because I'm part of it, but the best quiz on YouTube, I think.
Right, that's the link for Terry's.
So we've got Mark's live tomorrow night as well. He'll be on at 8 o'clock.
Right, what I've done wrong, it's not coming up with marks.
Question. I've been asked to make a fruit bowl in sycamore. A good one. What finish should I use? It's definitely got to be a food safe product. So you can either use, I would use either food safe finish from Chestnut or Hampshire Sheen is food safe, and also I believe Woodwax 22 is food safe as well. So any of those.
So the link first was for Terry's. This one's Mark's. Brian's got to put a video up, but he's not done it yet.
Yeah, Brian have a premiere tomorrow night, as will Lewis. But is Lewis's up? Lewis Condroit Craftsman.
Is it the Klondike?
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Operator error. Brian has the same problem. Operator error. Yeah, and both the Hampshire Sheens are food safe, Colin. High gloss and the microcrystalline. I would go with microcrystalline, to be honest.
No, he's not got anything.
Oh, on his channel yet, but we'll stick him up. We'll stick him up in Mark's live tomorrow night.
This is just the link to his channel anyway.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, Colin, Hampshire Sheen High Gloss and microcrystalline are both food safe, so you can use either of those. And to be honest, I think a wax finish would be more than enough on a fruit bowl. All right. All done.
Yep, think so. That's only Mark's and Terry's, isn't it?
Right. Okay. All right.
I'm going to put the link in for Battle. You can do that tomorrow.
Well, I don't need to do it until I'll do that middle of the week. Push it. Right then, guys. Thank you so much for coming over and joining us again. We will be back next Sunday. I myself will be on Mark's live tomorrow night, unless he gets upset with me and kicks me off. No, I will be on Mark's live tomorrow night. You have.
Oh, he cried on Friday on Monday last week because Brian didn't have him on.
Who did?
You did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You was crying.
I was watching it when I was
I
on the
had to
computer.
mop your tears because you was upset.
Anyway, Wayne's got a premiere tonight, I would imagine. JP will be on at 11 o'clock. Kate the Cat will be on 11:15, 11:30, something like that. Go and check those guys out. Loads of lives through the week. I can't remember who's on when. So if you're subscribed to the channel, then you will be notified. And don't forget, if you subscribe to the channel, click that little bell before you subscribe, or when you've subscribed, because then you'll be notified for all the upcoming lives, links, videos, whatever they're doing. So anyway, guys, with that, have a great weekend. Have a great week even. Speak to you soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.